How's it going, everyone? Welcome. How are you doing today? So yes, the time has come. I have beat the DLC. Probably a week or two late from everyone else, but guess what? It took me that long. Also, just don't have that much time to put into the game daily. Usually on weekends, I have more time to play the games and chill, enjoy. So yeah, I just want to do an honest review about this game and tell you guys what I think. So without further ado, let's get it. So if you guys have not yet played the original game, the base game of Elden Ring, I just want to tell you guys to do so, like right now. That's my honest opinion. One of the greatest, definitely one of the top tier Souls-like games out there. They just mix everything that they learned through the past and made this game amazing through Sekiro, through Demon Souls, to everything. So if you guys haven't tried this game, please do so. That's all I gotta say. So much to explore. You're gonna put easily over 100 hours in this game if you don't blitz through it. If you do some exploring, it's gonna definitely be over 100 hours and find and go through different side quests and go through different storylines with these NPCs. You're gonna have a blast with this game. Also, it doesn't hurt to look through guides to get through certain things, because it doesn't really tell you specifically what to do with these quests. You just gotta kind of listen to their dialogue and go through it and try to figure out where they're going to be next. But yeah, the DLC. If you thought coming into this DLC that you're going to steamroll it because you're high level, you're super high level, you're going to be mistaken. Enemies hit twice as hard. I don't know if it's just because I was in New Game Plus, but enemies are just wrecking. Just from the get-go, just like normal mobs are wrecking you 2 or 3 hits. So once you get that mentality in, like, all right, these enemies are going to hit hard. And once you find out that the scatter tree items that you're going to find around the world are really going to help boost your defense and boost your attack power, things are changing. So with this DLC, leveling up is kind of different. You still level up normally in this game, but if you want to get stronger, like get the extra buffs to your character and your summons, you're going to have to find different items that are scattered throughout the world to really buff you. And that comes in so clutch. So if you don't find many, or if you don't find a lot in this game, things are going to hit hard, and you're not going to hit that hard. And I think it's so clutch to hit hard in this DLC, because enemies hit that much harder back. So you just want to be on that like even playing field with these enemies and wreck these fools how they wrecked you in the beginning of the game. As far as like overall gameplay, you definitely have to switch up your strategy. You just can't do one build that's going to work throughout the whole thing. I had to switch up from a bleed build to a heavy hitting build. I went power. I went strength. I went with a pretty cool sword that I found that has a pretty cool like gap closer, as you can see right now. It definitely carried me through the whole entire game. So from going to the bleed build, from high arcane to high dex, I respect into strength, and it did me well. It did me well. Especially from the last boss. I'm gonna do no spoilers, but I definitely had to switch things up, because dang, that was something serious. I thought Mesmer was a freaking pain in the ass. That last boss was even that much more of a pain in the ass. I had to switch my whole up strategy, end up having to bring in a shield build. So just the pointers, shield helped me a ton. Look at me just falling off like a so yeah, don't be scared to switch things up. Don't be scared to try new things, because if you go with the same strat and you die over and over and over again, things are going to get easier. So don't be afraid to switch things up. That's what's so amazing about these Souls games. Also, with resources on leveling items up, there is an abundance amount of materials that drop in the DLC, unlike the base game, because the base game, they get pretty stingy, and which kind of sucks. That's my one gripe about the main game, is that the items to like spec weapons to get stronger are very limited, unless you find like the bells, which you have to find later on in the game. It just kind of limits you to seeing what kind of build that you want and trying new weapons out. Hopefully they address that in the future. It'll be cool if there was like every single weapon could level up as you level in the game. So if you get to a certain level, every weapon levels up to that. So you have just a variety of choices. I think there's so many weapons in this game. I think it'll be cool if they just allow people to try every single thing, because a lot of people are not going to see every single weapon how cool they are, because they're so glued to a certain few because they put so much resources into them. That's just my take. As far as this DLC, it's amazing. No spoilers. It's easily 40 to 50, maybe 60-hour DLC, which is only $35. So definitely check this game out. I had a blast. Just have some fun with this game. That's all I got to say. I had an amazing time. I recommend it to everyone out there that I know that are looking for a fun DLC, that are looking for a fun game that's easily gonna put hundreds of hours into if you got the time. And there's no microtransactions in this game. It's just all about rewarding the player for exploration, which is chef's kiss, something that like Zelda did in the past. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I had a blast with the DLC. I'm just so excited to be done with it because that last boss was farming me for hours, probably like 4 or 5 hours. I was being farmed by that boss until I decided I'm gonna switch things up. I'm gonna level up a shield, and that changed things drastically for me. It gave me a fighting chance, and I needed it. Let me know what builds you guys defeated the boss with and what builds you guys just ran through the DLC with. Love you guys. Hopefully you guys have fun with this game. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up ASAP. Play the base game first. And if you got the base game and you beat that, don't go to New Game Plus. Just go back and defeat Moog and start this up. All right, guys. Take it easy. Stay risen, stay rising. Love you guys the most. Till next time. Peace.